Hello and welcome back to Field Ham Radio. This is Kilo Juliet 7 Quebec Mike Papa Robert here on Field Day. Got my station set up here. One of the guys from my club has bought a KX3 that he's let me play with a little bit, so we'll look a little bit at that. And then we got two more stations set up over there. We'll take a look at them. They're operating some different modes than I usually do, so that'll be interesting. Get to see a little bit of digital today. Everything's set up in the field. We're a little meadow up here in Park City, Utah. So it'll be cool. I'll get back with you and show you around a little bit. All right, I was editing my video from field day and found that there's some good portions in there with wind noise and other things like that. So there's not the greatest footage, and there's some camera work I need to learn as far as when I rotate my camera and stuff, and the way it kind of, if you rotate it on the phone, it makes it to where the video rotates. So a good portion of the video you're going to be kind of looking at it with your head tilted, I guess. Sorry about that. But I'm learning, trying to figure it out. And then, I don't have any, I'm doing everything off my phone, so I don't have any, mics with windsocks or anything like that. So there is some audio quality issues in here. So I apologize for that, but if you want to help me out with it, I have set up a Buy Me a Coffee account, which I'll link in the description below. If you can, I'd greatly appreciate any donations I can get to try to put back into it and improve my content. By no means is it, required. Don't feel bad if you can, I understand. But if you can, greatly appreciate it. And then just wanted to kind of put up a little bit further in the video and ask you to like, subscribe, share, and turn on the notifications so you see when I post new videos. It helps me out greatly with the routine and algorithms of YouTube, so yeah, I'd greatly appreciate it. Thank you, and I hope you enjoy the video. All right, we're here with the KX3, courtesy of Don, KS7 UXL, here at Field Day. I'm just gonna take a look at it. I wanted to show this because it's with this Pactan infed on 10 meters at the lower portions. It works really good at the higher portions, but I got a pretty good match discrepancy at the bottom, and this thing will tune it to a perfect 1-to-1. So that is pretty fantastic in my opinion. 15 on a tune, perfect 1-to-1. We're on 20. 61 wasn't bad, but got down to perfect 1-to-1. This thing has a really good internal tuner on it, especially for such a small package. It's just incredible. Let's see what we can get on 80. Even getting a 1-to-1 on 80 with a 40 meter resonant antenna. It's just mind-blowing. But anyway, I just thought I'd show you that. All right, I'm here with Taylor.
Kilo 7 Alpha Lima Alpha.
All right, and
Ben. Day 7.
And they're doing some FT8 on Taylor's station here. You want to tell us a little bit about what FT8 is and how it works?
So FT8 is a digital mode. You transmit for 15 seconds, you listen for 15 seconds, it goes back and forth. It's a pre-configured set of messages, so as it's going through, as it hears what it's expecting, it automatically goes to the next one. Where we're doing field day, we do the field day exchange. Normally, the exchange would be your signal report, which is in dB. Then you log it, and depending on what software you're using, see, we just got a Roger right there. So it automatically sends 7.3. You click log QSO, and then it puts it to an ADI file, or if you're using Grid Tracker, you can set it to automatically upload. There's a lot of different options.
Okay, so a lot of my subscribers are not ham, so they probably don't know a lot. So when he says Roger, Roger, he's basically just saying station heard him and was able to come back to him, and we received their signal back. And then with the logging and the automatic, so
I can show.
You want to show a little bit of that?
So I use what's called QRZ for most of my logging.
Which is a ham radio website.
So what happens is when I confirm a QSO, it automatically gets uploaded to here. And so here, I'll open a QSO, for example. So here it shows the station, their location, and then normally it would show your signal report, but since we're doing field day, it shows the field day mode and all that stuff. But this is how I do my logging. No, lost my internet. Anyway, so that's how I get my awards. Like, I've worked all 50 states. I've worked over 100 grid squares. I've worked so many different QSOs on so many different bands, stuff like that. It just sort of keeps it fun for me because, you know, it gives you something to work towards. So that's why I do my logging that way.
Absolutely. All right, you want to tell me a little bit about your rig and
so the rig,
how it's all ran together?
We've got a nice, cheap, disposable laptop here running WSJTX. That's the FT8 software. It also does many other modes that I'm not familiar with. Ben's more familiar with Whisper. It does do Whisper. From that, it goes into USB splitter. So I have this for my rig control. Then I have a sound card here that handles the microphone and the speaker output for the computer that goes to the radio. This is my auto tuner extender. My radio will only handle, the internal antenna tuner will only handle up to a 3-to-1 SWR. My antenna can't achieve that on all bands, so I use this to make it able to bring it down to 3-to-1 for the radio to then be able to tune.
And when he's talking about SDR and matching, that's just how well the antenna matches up for the different frequencies or channels that you're on. And you got to match it to your radio, so you can use a tuner to do that better if your antenna is not resonant or set for that frequency.
And so then from there, the way that I interface with the radio is through a rig blaster. There's a lot better options out there in my opinion at this point, but this is what I've got and it works well for me. So it controls the push to talk, and then it also brings the audio in and puts it into the microphone port, as well as takes the audio from the speaker port and gives it to the computer. Pretty simple, really. It's a lot of cables, but it's really all very simple stuff.
Right.
And then I've got batteries now. I normally don't run on battery power, but I've got batteries and solar panels going. And then my antenna is an MFJ 1778M. It tunes 6. On a 20-foot pole, 22-foot.
All right, well, thank you. That's something a little bit different than most of my subscribers are used to seeing, so it's cool that we get to do this and meet up and see some different ways different people operate. So
yeah, this is definitely just throwing the whole shack into my truck and bringing it out. There's definitely a lot easier ways to do it.
For sure. I mean, there's always an easy way and always compromise, but
Exactly.
as long as you're getting on and doing it, there's many ways to get it done.
I didn't have to buy anything else.
There you go. Well, thank you.
Hey, thank you.
All right, so just finished up with our field day operation, just leaving. A few of them are staying, but I got some things to do, so got to get out of here. We didn't set up a huge station, or we're not trying to win any awards or anything with our group. Just trying to get some people out. We had one of our new hams from our ham group come out that's thinking about upgrading to general, so we got him on a couple different radios just to show him, you know, HF bands and some of the different options with it, because he's looking to upgrade on that. That's going to be cool. Super excited for him. I didn't put any footage of that just because he is a minor, and YouTube regulations and liability and all, it's, you know, I just don't want to get in trouble, to be honest with you. But it was great success. I think that was probably the highlight of the field day for me, is getting to see him operate and see new people operate. Did get some good footage from Taylor on FT8, so kind of got to show you that. So I'm excited to put that in the video so you can see that. And then not too much on top of that. We had one other station there that was operating, but he was pretty much operating with our new ham, and I didn't want to get him on the film, so I didn't get to show you his station, so I apologize for that. But it was a pretty cool station. He had the FT 4000, which is a Yaesu radio. It's really more of a base station radio, but he's got it set up in a case with all the power supply and everything in there. So it's a real convenient setup. It's definitely large, but it the way he has it set up in the pack case does make it somewhat portable for IMCOM type related things. IMCOM being emergency communications. But other than that, I did do a little bit on the KX3. I didn't show a whole lot of that because, to be honest with you, I've never operated, well, I've operated that one once before, but that's like when I was brand new to ham radio. So, yeah, it's, I didn't really understand it when I did it before. And this time, I'll be honest with you, I really need some time to sit down with the radio and learn how to do the filtering and stuff on it, just because it's more complicated than just a button. So I think I probably would have needed the manual there with me, which I didn't have. So, but it was still cool to get a look at. I did get to show you some of the antenna tuning, which I think is probably one of the things KX3s or Elecraft in general, KX2s, do absolutely phenomenally. They have a 10-to-1 antenna tuner on them, which means the matching from your antenna to your radio. You have to have a specific set for each frequency you go on. And I mainly use resonant antenna, meaning that it's set for the frequency I'm going to be operating on. But you can use what's called a tuner to make one that's, slightly off from the frequency you intend on to be operated on work. So I was glad to see that, because it was a really good tuner. It really matched up the antenna to any frequency I wanted to go on a non-resonant antenna. So that's really cool. But anyway, I'll put all that in. Probably going to chop it up a little bit here and there. But anyway, I hope you enjoy it. We'll see you on the next one. Have a great day.